Because he knows this. It doesn't matter. You can just start the pod. You already clapped. Who gives a shit? Fair enough. Can they even see you clap? So it doesn't matter. Keep all that. I want all that. No, my OG came back from LA type shit. So whenever he's back in the city, is locked in every day. I didn't know he was coming back till like super last minute. So I already had a couple sessions booked. Mm-hmm. Like one of the sessions I had Sunday was booked for a month in advance. So it's like the past like 5 days, bro, I've just been nonstop. Wake up, come here, do like 3 or 4 hours, drive to Brooklyn, do 10 out there, drive home, sleep, wake up, do it again. I'm exhausted, bruv. I'm fucking exhausted. It was like last night. It was like the first night I was actually home at like a reasonable time. Because they didn't really need me. They weren't really recording it type shit, and it was kind of like a chill shit before because the client was going back to LA. He actually is probably on a flight right now type shit, back to LA. So he was just like, yo, like I know you're probably exhausted, brother. Like I'm not even. Don't even pull through. So I was actually home at a reasonable time last night, and me and this motherfucker was running train on Overwatch.
What?
Oh, yeah. No, we bully kids.
Running train?
Yeah, no. We, like, simultaneously fuck the shit out of kids on Overwatch. We do.
Like,
we destroy kids. Men, women, children.
Okay.
Obliterate everyone.
All right, Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Relax.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Relax there.
I play a French bitch with blue skin and just click foreheads, dude. It's so fun.
You click foreheads.
Yeah. It's gamer talk for hit headshots.
Oh, okay.
And I play an American.
I don't even know what Overwatch is, so like you're over here like saying click foreheads, and I'm just like, this nigga's just like.
Overwatch is Overwatch 2 technically is a 5v5 team like kind of like role playing shooter. Where, like, everybody has, like, certain people are just there to get kills. Certain people are there to, like, create space and, like, soak up a ton of damage. Certain people heal. And you got to work together and, like, and if you're good enough, you can just run through lobbies. Me and him just fucking destroy kids. You weren't on this morning. I went 14-0.
Oh, my God.
On, what was it? It was, I think it was New Queen Street. I was bodying shit. It's so fun, bro. I know you're not a nerd, so you don't give a shit. Me and him do. All the fucking what is that melody? All that shit. The black dude with the giant fist he pulled up last week. Like that's all Overwatch.
Doesn't make me want to Overwatch anything. All right. Just gonna be honest with you.
I'm actually gonna be blind. I'm gonna underblind myself.
I'm gonna be overblind. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I didn't see a goddamn thing.
So funny, so funny. But yeah, man, I'm fucking. That's why you woke me up this morning. Very rare, bro. I don't wake up at 10:30. I don't.
Not at all.
I'm up at like fucking 7:30.
I woke up mad early today, so I was like, I'm gonna give this motherfucker extra time because, like, you know, he's probably working out right now.
Nope.
And I was like, it's like 8:45. I give him like a few more hours, you know.
Nah, I appreciate you though actually calling me because I needed to get the fuck up. I had to prep a mix for when we're done here. Send some shit out. I got one of my clients is doing a show this Saturday, and the records she's doing, we finished on Sunday. They needed them tonight. I was rushing, dude, so bad. The mixes aren't done for release, but they're good enough for the show.
Word.
So, I was like fucking scrambling. I got 3 more to do. It's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's fucked, but it's a good problem to have. I'm not like.
Word.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm ungrateful. Like, because I could be flipping burgers, and I don't want to do that. I think this is fun. I enjoy this.
Word.
This is fun.
Word. Yo, like, I literally explained to somebody. I was like, yo, bro. I was like, you know, like, You know how fun it is to get paid to do like music or any type of entertainment? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
shit,
especially when you're doing it the way you want, you feel me? And there's nobody telling you how you have to do something, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's like just being able to just have that freedom and still get paid a good amount of money to, like, it's pretty fucking fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like.
And it sucks though, because it's like, what's the fun part is only the part that people see.
Word.
All of the other parts are not fun. They're not. It's hard work. Like I was having a talk with one of my engineers. Not one of my engineers. It's a bad way to phrase it. One of my buddies who is an engineer. It's a really good way. It's a better way to put it. And he was like, "Yo, like when do you have to like when?" Because he was like, "Yo, you're higher up than me in this totem pole of music. Like when do you have you like when does it become when is enough sacrifice? Like how much do I have to give?" And I told him the exact answer was all day, every day, for the rest of your life until you're dead. You think Tom Brady's life is fun? Let's be real. There's nothing fun about waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing 20 miles. Like, it's not fun to not eat steak whenever the fuck you want. Like, that's not a fun life. There are brief moments of extreme joy. The rest of it sucks. It's hard work. It's discipline. It sucks. It's sacrifice.
That's true. That's true.
It's the same shit with music. Like, the shit motherfuckers see is only the best moment.
That's true.
So, but in those moments, it's the most fun thing.
Word. Nigga, I cried the first time I was ever on the radio. Nigga, no one ever knew how much I was in the studio before that. Nigga started hitting me up like, yo, I didn't even know you was in the studio like that. Bro. I was like, yeah, nigga, that's me.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah, yo, so I definitely get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's got to be a mindset of like, no matter what you're going through, what you may think you're going through, like, you just got to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You have to.
You just have to. You can't stop yourself, even if that's fucking creating a melody a day in the car on your way to work and shit. It's also like not letting your pride
get in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
That was where this conversation went with this dude was he had gotten an opportunity, applied for a position at a studio, and the studio was owned and operated by, let's say, what would you call a heavy hitter? You know what I mean? Like that's the best, right? And only like people like famous rappers go to his studio. Mm-hmm. And they offered him $20 an hour. And he turned it down. I was like, "What? Why? Like you're an idiot." And he was like, "Well, I get paid 30 over here, 30." I was like, "Okay, but you're recording rappers that are not going to be able to make you a millionaire. Take the pay cut for the opportunity, brother." Like I know it sucks. I get it. I get in certain sessions, I get paid not what I'm fucking worth, because those certain sessions are for somebody close to me that I value. So when they need me, I go do it. The other side of the coin is they don't put me in a room that's not going to do nothing for me by being in the room. They're not putting me in a room that's stagnant. So fuck yeah, I'll take whatever pay cut it is, whatever gas and tolls, whatever the fuck I got to do to get into that room, I'll do it. And he was like,
simple.
It's that simple, bro. Just put it all on the fucking line. You have to bet on yourself. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You have to be willing to kill yourself for this shit. You have to. That's one of the things I was explaining to Catalina before me and her like really linked up like that, was also like, yo, like you got to be aware, like my life is crazy. I'm a heart surgeon as far as my schedule goes. Like I don't know when I'm gonna work ever, but I know it's at any moment.
Word.
So it's like, and that's going, and music is going to be my priority no matter what. Because that's the thing that's going to be able to get us a house and do what. So you got to be cool with that. There might be moments where I don't talk to you for 8 fucking hours randomly. Just because I got called, I had to drive immediately to the studio, locked in right away, and I can't look at my phone.
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunately, that's the shit. It just is what it is.
Word. But it's like, I don't know, girls sometimes don't be understanding that shit. But like, you know, it's still kind of like whatever. I'm not like I can't compromise certain shit, just because you don't feel comfy with the way that I live. Like,
No.
like this is just how I make a living. Not even the way that I live, the way that I make a living. You feel me? The way that I
My
survive.
livelihood. Yes.
You feel me?
Exactly.
So like there's it's a difference between like me choosing to like, be away from, like my significant other Sunflower for 8 hours.
Right.
Or like me actually being in the studio working and like locked in for 8 hours. It's like, nah,
I'm not ignoring
it's
you.
like that's totally different.
Yeah, like I'm not like ignoring you.
It's like, but I'm just like when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. You feel me? I might see your text, but like if I'm writing a song, I'm not gonna stop writing my song to give you that text message, because at the end of the day, if I lose my whole flow, the whole process, like then it's going to be 9.5 hours until I see you, because the whole process is now delayed because you are feeling insecure.
At the end of the day, when you're in a studio, everything else is a distraction.
To be honest, yeah.
Everything else. Your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your grandma, your girlfriend, your wife, your children. Everything's a fucking distraction. Because at the end of the day, all you're trying to do is maintain that flow state. When you hit that creative flow state, and you are able to just maintain that, anything can knock you out of it. So you have to be on D&D. You have to be on airplane mode. You have to get yourself in, not in, but away from the world. You have to.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He was too caught up in trying to intertwine his world with the studio. You can't do that shit, bro. That's why my favorite studios, as much as I love here, as much as I loved Totowa, my favorite studios never have windows. I want to be locked in like it's a casino. Time warp, black hole my shit. I don't want to know what time it is. I don't want to know if the sun is out. I don't want to know none of that. I don't want to know anything. I want to go until I'm starving, order food, and keep going.
Word.
Like... And he was just on some, my pride is, like, I told him, like, bro, you being stupid right now. You're just being dumb. He didn't see that shit. So I was like, all right, brother, like, I brought you to the water. It's on you to drink now. Like, I can't do nothing about it.
Word. That's some dumb shit. Like, nigga, if anybody in a studio like that, of that, acclamations, you feel me, like with all those accolades like attached to it, with all the the publicity that comes with it,
all of it,
that $20 an hour, like you got to think about home sessions.
It becomes $100,000 a year.
Word. It might become more.
Exactly,
you feel me?
bro.
Depending on who you fucking meet and who you really dazzle. You feel me?
Yes.
Because it might be a motherfucker who you might not respect as an artist before you get to meet them, but you get to meet them as a person.
Listen.
You feel me? And you like, oh shit, like this guy's actually really cool. I understand his music a little bit better. Like, oh,
my exact situation with Rich Homie Quan.
Yo,
that's the exact, because I always enjoyed his music, but I wasn't religious about. Like I wasn't like a fanatic. Like it was cool whenever it came on, I wouldn't skip it. But then like I met him and I watched him record. I tracked him and I understood how I started to see inside the like peer behind the curtain type shit. And I go, oh. No. He's different. He's actually like
that's how
wild different.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. Like and and it's like damn, like you gotta really be locked in. Like you feel me to get into that state of like consciousness. You feel me of even like being like, oh damn, like you know what I'm saying. I might have been wrong about this. Like I might not have even known all about this nigga's music like I thought I did. You feel me? Like I might have thought that, oh, like, he makes this type of music because he's from here, or he does this, or that, you know what I'm saying? But then you actually meet somebody, you get to talking with them, and then you hear them record in person, you get to arting with them, you feel me, at the same time, and it's like, oh, shit. Damn, that's pretty wild, that kind of, like, understands your music a little bit more, like, you feel me? And that shit brings, and then now he's, like, asking you, like, yo, if I pay you this much, will you come out here to my home studio? You feel me? Because I got a lot of shit to do, but I want you specifically to record my shit. You feel me? Like
it happens. It happens all the time. I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, it happens all the time. You know what I mean? Like that happens all the time. And it's like because what also makes me like kind of wowed by motherfuckers that, for lack of a better word, have leverage. How you interact as a human being completely changes the way I look at your music.
Yeah.
Like when I met him, he was cool as fuck. And then while we was tracking, it wasn't on some like, all I need you to do is hit buttons. He was like, nah, bro, like Slow told me you nice. So I need you like help me. Like don't just sit there. If you think I can do a bar better, you think I can switch a word, like, brother, tell me. Like we here to make that's why I'm here. We here to make good music. And that alone makes me, as just a human being, go, I gotta fuck with you OD right now. Because the amount of absolute fucking nobodies that try to like Mussolini their way through a session and just like, I said the way I want it and shut the fuck up about it because I know better than you. I'm making my music. It's like, all right, dude, whatever, I got it. But when Rich Homie Quan goes, no, brother, I'm not God. Tell me if I could do something better. I love you for life, bro. You have my respect forever now.
Word.
You have my respect forever now. And I'm gonna preach your name from the mountaintops forever now. Just because of how good of a person you was. Fuck the music for it. Like, just the openness of collab. You didn't let your pride get in front of you. You say, I know who I am, but I'm still human. That shit was OD cool to me, bro. OD cool to me. Trini did the same shit. Like, I love that shit. And I'm not sitting here writing bars for motherfuckers, like, at all. But it's like if they at the end of a verse trying to finesse it back in, yo, say so. Just say, instead of just starting the hook, say so and then the hook. It's like, oh, okay. Small shit like that, just that boom, me here. Yo, I fuck with that bar, I'm gonna save it. I still think you can get it better, bro. I said, you know how you got this. Small shit. I'm not writing verses for nobody, bro. Like I'm not. I want, I'm not taking that credit. But they are nice enough and open enough to let that collaborative energy be in the room.
Yeah. You can't, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like as artists, the best artists, no matter who's in the room, if you're in the room with me, I'm going to assume, even if you're not, I'm going to assume it's for a certain reason. You feel me? Like,
right.
And I'm going to be looking to see exactly what reasons that is. So I'm going to be asking 100 fucking questions, like, about your opinion about the music, because Absolutely. Like, and I want to know, like, even it doesn't matter, like, you feel me, if I've met you one day, if I've met you, I've known you for like 10 years,
right? If
you doing music like I'm doing music, you in it like I'm in it, bro, like,
you gotta have some opinion. Yeah,
tell me what the fuck you think. You feel me? Like, I'm not, like, I'm not perfect, nigga. I understand,
Nobody is, bro. Yeah,
I understand that everybody has an off song. Everybody has, look, some people have an off album. That doesn't mean that they're fucking totally.
Dude, some people have like, writer's block for a year.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, it's not.
It's not crazy.
No.
Like, you feel me? Like, it's normal. You feel me?
Yes,
like,
bro.
It's not. It's like you gotta have faith in yourself enough to know that you can't put pressure on yourself, especially in times when you're already gonna, like, subconsciously be pressuring yourself.
And it's also, like, in those times, like, the best remedy is just fall victim to the music. Stop thinking about it. Word. Just turn the microphone on and go. I've had 4-bar, like, sections, like bridges and shit. Not one word rhymes. But the flow and the structure and the way it's all put together as it goes back into the hook or whatever the fuck, it just works. Because I wasn't sitting there trying to I gotta rhyme. No. You just gotta feel it. Just succumb to it.
Word.
You don't exist anymore. Like, what's the shit? Like, all right, so Jordan Peterson be talking about, like, I forget who asked him, but they asked him, like, yo, do you believe in God? And he was like, yo, I don't know if he exists or not, whatever the fuck. But when you behave as though he exists, he kind of acts like he is. All right, boom. Translate that exact methodology to the muses. Right? Like the Greek idea of, like, the little angels and shit that came to creatives and, like, showed them the art or whatever the fuck they were creating. Like, Homer had the muses to write the Odyssey. Like, shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right. And I have no proof to know that the muses are real or not. There's no way to fucking know. But if you listen to them, if you behave as though they're real, and you listen to the voice in your head and you fall into the creative method, then the muses behave as though they're real. You enter that flow state and shit just fucking rolls.
Yeah.
It's the best.
That's really the best way to describe it. Because, like, I was going to try to describe it because, like, you know of all people, like, I fall into that shit. Like, I fall victim to that shit very easily.
You do.
Especially when...
Your barrier between it is very thin.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's actually very fucked up at times. Because, like, I sometimes sing to people when I'm at dinner and I don't mean to and shit.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, and it's like, I don't even notice that I'm actually, like, being rhythmic in how I talk and shit like that, but like I can't help it. Like I be getting itchy if I don't rhyme sometimes, or if I don't make a melody. So I
talk in songwriting.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I don't really like have.
I'm always trying to be as poetic and metaphoric as possible. Like always,
not even poetic and metaphoric, but like if you realize, I kind of speak in like haikus. Like,
you do.
You feel me? Like
no, you do.
I speak in like fives, and then I take a nice long pause so you can like gather what I've said, because I'm about to drop some harder five lines that's like gonna fuck you up, but then I'm gonna dumb it all the way the fuck down with the next five with a smaller pause. You feel me? And like I do it naturally. I don't know why the fuck like it stuck with me when I learned haiku like in high school, but like it just did, and it was just so like methodically like correct.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
At least for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, because I felt like, all right, one of the best examples I can come up with off the top of my head that made me like, in that same way, like when you hear it or when you first encounter it, it hits your soul.
Yeah.
And this is why I fell in love with songwriting. Feeling This by Blink-182. The last 4 bars of the second verse. It's actually the last 2 bars that really fucking kill me. It's, I'm not in the scene. I think I'm falling asleep. But then all that means is I'll always be dreaming of you. Fuck you if that's not perfect songwriting.
I mean, yeah.
Right? And it's like, when I heard that and the way he strings the words together and how it's like, you mention one thing only to mention the subsequent relating thing 3 lines, like, the totality of it and what it means is so beyond what he says.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not in this scene. I think I'm falling asleep. You're living a life that I do not feel a part of. And at this point in time, I am dying slowly because of it. But then all that means is I'll always be dreaming of you. But I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, if the memories of you is all I fucking have, that's good enough for me. Fuck you if that's not beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, it's that same thing. That's why, like, I talk the way to a degree in the words I choose. Because speaking like that, where it's like, I'm saying exactly what I want to say, but when you define every word individually and put the definitions next to each other, the meaning of what I'm telling you is way deeper than what I'm saying.
Yeah. True Shakespeare.
It's the same shit with...
True Shakespearean shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly how you do with the haiku shit. It's the same thing. And I think that's what allows, especially like creative people, to resonate together, whether we see consciously that in the other creative.
Yeah.
Right, like my man CR, he's a producer I know through my boy A Money.
Okay.
My dogs, bro. Love these 2 kids. Excuse me. But every time me and CR get in a room, bro, it goes full time vortex. And me and him cannot stop theory crafting. I already told him like he's got a full invite to the pod, because you need to, like, the conversations we have, I would love to see your dissection of it, because me and him are very on like the background side of it.
Word.
You're not. You're full front, like you're the face.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of the shit we be talking about is a lot of the shit from the back end.
Well, see, I'm the face to a certain extent these days.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
You're also the middleman.
Yeah, I'm like a true middleman who, may one day be the full front face.
Yes.
And I sometimes, when I need to, I have to be the front face. I will, and I don't have any any comfortability problems being there. But
I only want it if it's on my terms. That's my only. I know that sucks because I know that means it never happens.
But I mean, to a certain degree, right now I'm kind of having it on my terms. You
are.
I don't really have. I don't have to I don't have to have my whole life publicized. You feel me? Because no one really fucking knows me. There's a few people who know me. I'm gonna give myself some credit, but I'm not fucking huge in this in this country. What I'm saying? But
you make money and you survive. You're doing a lot more than a lot of other people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I would argue you're in the 30th percentile. The amount of rappers there are, you are in the top 30% of performing earners.
Yeah, and I don't perform. You know what I'm saying? Only,
you don't do shows?
I do only studio performances. If you really want to see some real work, come book a session with me and Max, and you'll
literally
that's where you'll get all the real magic. Because you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Sonny Soul.
Word facts.
She when they book me, bro. They don't book me for just engineering. I'm EPing. I'm full blown everything.
Word.
And it's phenomenal. He's there. The creative energy in those sessions, because Sonny is Katalia's sister.
Yeah, no, I'm already hip to all this, man. I was just a little jealous when I saw it on IG. I was like, damn, he knows I want to meet Sonny. I want to see that shit in person, because she sings like a fucking angel.
She sounds like Amy Winehouse, bro. She dips in and out of Amy Winehouse, Ariana Grande, Selena. She's wild,
That's
bro.
what my mom used to listen to growing up. You feel me? It was Amy Winehouse or Robin Thicke on the radio, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? 98.7 Kiss FM.
This will come out probably tomorrow.
Yeah,
probably tomorrow, right? All right, so boom. So boom. If you want to come see the performance, they're actually performing in Connecticut this Saturday at the I think it's the Internet Hollywood show.
You know what me and Robbie got going on this Saturday?
Oh, that's this Saturday?
Indeed.
Oh, you're fucked. I can't go.
We're not fucked, man. You're fucked because you can't go, and we can't go.
I'm going to the show.
And we're doing a video shoot.
Well, I'm actually driving up to see my pops up in upstate New York.
Okay, word.
For Thanksgiving and shit like that.
We're fire.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's up there alone with two dogs, and one of our dogs has wicked bone cancer, and they actually just went to the radiologist this morning type shit. There's nothing
that they can do.
There's nothing we can do. All we can do is ease the pain and make her last days the best we can make them. You know what I mean?
My Pomeranian, I had experience like that when I was in second or third grade. You feel me?
Right.
My uncle used to play the NFL of Italy for the Bologna Giants. He brought an Italian Pomeranian back with him and
Fire.
Gifted it to my mom and my grandmother. You feel me?
That's super sick.
And so I lived with her, for a few years. I can't remember exactly how long because I was still young as hell. But right. I know she passed away.
Fire.
And you know what I'm saying, from cancer and shit, because she had a big Fruit Loop.
Why did I just say fire? It's just a wait, what the fuck? That's just a New Jersey default reaction.
Word fire.
Word fire. It's crazy.
Yo, can you imagine though? If I'm talking about like my grandfather, and somebody says that shit, it's yeah, my grandfather just passed away, but it was a nice funeral service. Word
what
fire.
What the fuck was that? Why is that my default reaction,
I'd probably have the same reaction. I'd be like, no. I appreciate that, bro.
Boom.
The dog was pretty fire. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, what the fuck, bro? I'm so sorry.
No, we both from Jersey, so I understood exactly what the fuck you were saying. Right. You know what I mean? I was I was thank you, bro.
Because you know what's mad funny is I was thinking about this in the shower. The other day, I was in the studio, and one of my homies who's in the camp type shit. He been in upstate type shit.
Word.
Right? And so he was talking about his time upstate. And he said some shit, and I just went, oh, all right, we're fire. And everyone looked at me yo, what the fuck is wrong? And he knew, because he was locked upstate with dudes from Jersey. And, he'd be around, his chick from Jersey, whole thing. So he knows. He laughed, and he goes, nah, I get it.
That's
he
funny.
can't help it. Like, it's not what he means.
Force a habit.
Like
word fire is just that's Jersey for like. Nah, I feel what you're saying.
Like, where little did you know, like, fire been hot in Jersey forever. Like, you feel me? Like, niggas started saying that shit in movies, and we was like, yo, these niggas corny as hell, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Yo,
and what's crazy is that, look,
Fuck.
the funniest shit, like, you know what I'm
Look
saying?
at
Like, it's the funniest shit. I think I've kind of, like, talked my way out of my New Jersey accent through, like, through songwriting and shit.
I have
and Nah, but like in some ways I have, like when I actually speak, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
the accent itself or the vocabulary?
The vocabulary, as sometimes the accent and a lot of it,
I would
a lot
argue
of
I
it
don't
is
have the
vocabulary.
accent. My vocab
Nah,
is fucked.
my vocab is definitely fucked up. You feel me? But like I try hard to be
to
like
not sound like I'm
I be
Jersey,
trying to
yeah.
sound proper as a motherfucker, but like New Jersey proper, like
Don't work.
Look, what the fuck did I say? Proper. Like
Hey, when you start talking about it, you have to emphasize
when I
that
get
you're not that.
when I get like when I get excited, that shit.
No, it's funny.
That shit popped the fuck out. You
Well,
feel me?
because it's the same shit. Because like I like Freudian slip and like you know what I'm talking about. Like I like do some like just some wicked Italian Jersey accent, just completely like non-consciously.
Word, like it just happens. Like you feel me? Like I just like I don't
yeah,
even,
how you doing?
I hate.
What are you talking about, cocksucker?
Yo,
Huh?
I say that to
Fuck
everybody in the morning. Like when I walk out of my apartment building, everybody's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? Huh? Tell your mother lasagna was on fire tonight, huh? How you doing?
I'm like, "Yeah, how you doing? Good morning." Like, yeah, they be like, "What?" I'm like, "Good morning." They
Good
be
morning, how
like,
you
they be like,
doing?
"Word, good morning." I'm like, appreciate it.
Sun real nice out today, huh?
Appreciate it, huh?
No clouds in the sky. You feel me?
Word. Then you get a nigga who's from New York, but he been living in Jersey for a minute.
Right.
He be like, "Yeah, that's crazy, yo. Chopped cheese ain't even for real out here like
It's not.
that."
It doesn't
I'm like,
exist.
I'm like, no.
Y'all are
nigga,
eating
like,
a cheeseburger infused with cheese. Like, this is ridiculous. You're chopping up a cheeseburger. It's just a cheeseburger.
Chopped cheese with extra cheese.
No, it's a chopped cheeseburger. Stop leaving out the word cheeseburger. You're leaving out the word burger, and I don't like it because it's. If all they said was chopped cheeseburger, I'd understand exactly what they're talking about. But when you say chopped cheese, I'm thinking immediately what you're telling me is it's cheese blocks chopped on a sandwich. This is psycho shit.
That might be a thing.
Just say it's a chopped up cheeseburger.
The Aki way, bro.
I'm just
Which
saying,
way,
man.
Ronnie?
The Aki way.
If they made him in Jersey up here, it'd be the Achi way.
Aki way.
The Ahmed way.
So funny. Okay, what were you saying about your grandmother before? What were
My
you saying?
grandma? No, about my fucking.
We're fire. We're fire.
What were we
Nah.
talking about?
Fuck, I don't know, man. You guys made me rip my back with. Fuck y'all niggas.
No, I'm sorry.
It wasn't your fault. I was laughing
I
too
know.
hard.
I know it's not. It's alright.
It's all your fault.
Huh. Thank you, Rondell, for understanding.
You're welcome. What are we at? 33? Fuck.
You want me to?
Oh man, I got something
Actually,
that's
nothing.
totally off topic.
Talk about it.
because,
Let's go.
All right, so this fucking
Tell me about
this
it.
fucking Instagram page, fucking, they didn't scam me like with my Cash App or nothing. They were like just putting random pennies up and saying they were rare as fuck. You feel me? Like it was an actual coin page though, like, you know, been up for years, verified and all that. It's like, yeah, this 1982 small print Denver Mint penny, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare because Baze, the last one sold for 18,000 Baze.
And you bought one of them shits?
So not even I bought one.
Nah,
feel me?
you lied. What happened, bro?
I spent all fucking day.
They got you like
I
you a
spent-
78-year-old vet with diabetes, bro. What the hell
100%.
happened?
Your
Yo,
cataracts
I
started
was
kicking
bored.
in
Yo,
and
I
shit.
was bored as shit one day, and I just saw the video, and I was like, "Yo, I've got
wanna buy
hella
a
fucking."
penny.
I was like, "I've got hella fucking pennies." I
Yo.
start looking through my pennies and shit. I'm like, "Oh shit, I got one." I was like, I looked at that shit like 10 times in a row,
Nah,
looking
bro.
at the penny like. Oh shit! I think I really got it. I think this is the
They
right.
got you,
Yo,
bro.
why I go to the coin shop and he said, "No, this is a penny, worth a penny." I was like, "You sure?" I was like, "When's the last time you looked at the updated list, nigga?" Because like, I was like, I looked at
As
this.
if there's just some random database of every coin ever made.
There is
This
actually.
1842 Alaskan classic goes
Yeah.
for
No, but it's like what was that Shane did a bit where he was like it's just it wipes old people's hard drives, just like the 9/11 coins, just wipes their hard drive. I gotta get my hands on one of those patriotic coins. That's what happened to you, bro.
Yeah.
You got totally brainwashed.
You got 62.
Whoa.
You got psyoped completely.
Not only did I get psyoped or whatever the fuck that means, right? But like I totally fucking sent my penny to the nigga's page, you know what I'm saying? And then I told that nigga, I was like, hey, bruh, how this look? You know what I'm saying? This look good. This look great.
It's one of them Johns.
I was like, this is one of them Johns, and like he seen it. I don't think he meant to open it, but like he saw the picture and he was like, oh, what the fuck is this going on? And he was like, oh shit, one of these niggas. And I was like, oh, so this is some fake shit, huh? You got me wasting my time, you pussy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm probably going too far. I better just
You
exit.
definitely
I was
went
like,
too far.
I was like, I better just exit out of this now. I apologize, and I got about the messages. I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I haven't smoked a blunt yet today.
I'm not zooted up.
I only smoked one.
I ain't super zooted.
Well, that's probably true. I had only smoked one blunt as of that, because I did that shit, like, I didn't spend all day looking
Now that
for
sounds like an
pennies.
early morning activity.
Mm-hmm.
That's like within the first 2 hours of your day.
Oh, yeah, I was done with
Yeah,
that
like-
shit by, like, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, like
I
I'm
was-
saying, like that doesn't sound like something you're doing late at night. Like it's not. You're not DMing the penny guy at 11:30 at night. You're not.
Yeah, I was over that
You're DMing
coin.
the penny guy with coffee.
I was over that coin shit by, like, 12:30, 2 o'clock the latest. Like, you feel me? I was
Got
like,
you, bro.
I was like, man, fuck that shit. It's
They
whatever.
got you.
Brother, I was mad when it first happened, but I had to get over that shit. Like,
They got you, bro.
You'll be fine.
Man's took time out of his day to drive to like a pawn shop or whatever the fuck would take a penny. And
just
see-
one singular penny. You feel me? I didn't bring no other shit with me. Bro. Like, that nigga looked at me
This
crazy
is nuts,
as
dude.
hell. Like,
Because you know what the crazy part is? Think about this from the pawn shop guy's perspective. He's just having a normal day at work.
All right, what you say?
Right.
What you bringing?
Some random fucking kid. Because he's got, in his mind, this guy's like got to be 57.
Obviously.
Anybody younger
like
than 48's a kid to him. Right? And this guy goes, yo, check this out. What can I get? In his brain, he's not thinking you're talking about what's the evaluation of money. He's like, nothing. Nothing in my shop is a penny.
What's the skitsy doing?
Who let you out of the insane asylum too early?
yo,
Right? Like,
I did-
Yeah.
but
and,
here's the
and then
thing.
he goes, no. Like, how much cash is it worth?
Not that. It's like I was like, yo, no.
Yeah,
I
dude,
know.
dude.
Weirdo.
It's not like a Polynesian gold coin found at the bottom of the dead sea, like the fucking Black Sea. Like, come on. It's a penny.
Come on, you skitsy, get out of my shop.
And it's like, the guy's probably an alcoholic. He doesn't care about the 1982 small print Denver Mint. Like, he doesn't care. It's a fucking penny. And even if he
Yeah.
did know, he's not
Even if
telling
he
you.
did know.
He's not telling you.
Well, that's
He's sitting
true.
there, he's like, yo, this motherfucker's retarded. I'm going to get this goddamn penny, and I'm going to sell it on the black market for $20,000. Fuck this kid.
I still got that shit in a very secure place. Don't nobody get no fucking ideas just in
It's
case that.
deep in his asshole, like Christopher Walken in Pulp Fiction.
Well, now
Yeah,
I've got
like
to
in
shit.
between
Now
two
I've got to
points.
shit when I get home and get the
Yeah,
fucking
move
shit
it.
out my
You gotta
asshole and
move
put
it.
it in someone else's asshole.
That's true.
Put it where?
You
No one's
heard
safe
me.
place.
Okay.
Up a-holes. You feel me? No one wants to swallow a penny, so you just fucking gotta like catheter it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Swallowing a penny hurts.
I think it would hurt.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you do is like, while you're, I can't do this.
No.
It's gonna be bad. I can't.
You need to shut the
I have the whole scenario, but I don't want to do it. On
We're
YouTube.
done.
Not
Not on YouTube.
Not on
I
the
can't.
tube.
I
Not on
can't.
the tube.
It's gonna get bad.
It's gonna get demonetized.
Stop saying that. You're giving them good ideas,
No,
Ronnie.
one of the episodes already is demonetized.
Which one?
8.
8, yeah, because we played the fucking Ty Verde song.
Well, we're not. Who really cares?
But it's not demonetized anymore. I had to mute it.
Okay.
Because they have a thing like if you want us to keep it available for monetization if possible, you
Okay.
just mute the audio in that section. So while we're sitting there talking about it, there's no audio.
Wait, what song did
How
we play?
deep?
How deep?
Yeah, how am I
How
supposed to
deep
know
is
how deep? How am I supposed to know how deep I'd fall stuck up in my RMIV?
Oh yeah. Oh,
He said, it always starts with a hey.
yeah.
Turns into how was your day? Turns into need in my place. Turns into me drinking rosé.
Yeah. So, all right.
They muted that whole audio so we could keep it available for monetization.
Well, thank you, YouTube, for giving us the option to keep it fucking monetized. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
the problem is though we're not even available for monetization as a channel until we hit 1,000 subs.
All right. Well, you guys heard it. You guys got some things to do for us.
Mark
you know
the
what I'm
time
saying?
down. We need this as a clip.
We got some things for you.
What?
Mark the time, pussy.
What?
For nigga,
The whole thing
Dude,
we
just-
talked about before the podcast.
I smack
You
you.
need to be paying attention so we can mark the time down for the clips and
Come on, man.
videos and anything we add in. Mark the time down. What is it? 40.
How much weed you been smoking, man?
None. What are you doing?
Mixing?
Why?
We talked about this too.
Fuck you.
No, that's a problem.
Eat nuts.
Would you talk to your principal this way?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
He did. That's why he got kicked out of school.
All right, would you talk to fucking
Like,
fucking
it's
Osama
not-
bin Laden this way?
He's dead.
But imagine if he wasn't and he just
SEAL
knocked on
Team
your
6 would
doorstep.
have fucked up.
They might have. You know
SEAL
what I'm
Team
saying?
6 would have fucked up.
It could have been
No, but
his
you mark
brother.
the time down so you know when
Yeah.
to make clips and when to do all that shit. So you have to be listening. You have to be paying attention.
Who says I'm not?
Clearly, you're not.
Because you're asking questions.
Right.
We're saying
Past
we-
like 10 seconds.
Well, but we also spoke about this before the podcast even started.
Pause.
No. We literally spoke about this before
You.
the podcast even started. So you're saying 10 seconds? More like 48 minutes.
I'll be fine.
No. It's not fine, man.
I said I'll be fine.
No, that's not fine. It's not. It's genuinely not okay. Because if you do that in the studio, there's no future for you. And it's a hopeless wish for me to keep bringing you here. Truly. That's a horrible attitude to have. Horrible. And this sucks to be on YouTube right now. I don't want this on you. That's horrible, bro. It's not good. Like, genuinely, it's not fucking good. At all. Like, not even a little bit. I understand. I get it. You're 16. You're young. I get it. You have the opportunity to grow up really fucking early and make a shit ton of money and be in phenomenal positions, but you're not taking advantage of it at all. You're rolling through it as if it's normal to you, and it shouldn't be. You're in an extremely lucky position, and by way of me being in an extremely lucky position, I'm not taking what I'm doing for granted at all. That's why I go to the studio the way I go to the studio. The way you exactly said to me last time on DMs, you have no days off. You're right. I fucking don't. So you know what you need to do is emulate that. No days off. You don't mix now. This is work. So you mix at home. Or you mix later, but not right now. You need to be marking the times down. You need to be paying attention. That's part of it. Because how am I supposed to tell Omsky and Roan that you're the guy for the job for when they need podcast bookings if you're not doing this? How do you make money? How do you get opportunity? How can I trust you with that? Honestly, I can't. And you're not allowing me the position to get you in these positions. I don't have the luxury of it because you're not putting yourself in the position to do it. You're trying hard enough. And I know you're capable of it. You're smart as shit, Ronnie. You're way better than this. I get it. I was in the same position when I was 16. Trust me, I get it. When I was 17, turning 18, in music school, my professor, who taught me how to be nice on boards and mixing in studio, said the exact same thing to me. I get it. I got it. That's why I hate it from you. Because if I broke it when I was 18, I wouldn't have even met you to a degree because I would have been way further, way faster. But I didn't listen to him. Please, for the love of God, listen. Please, I'm begging you. You're way better than this. You're way smarter than this.
Poor favor.
It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Jesus. I love you, kid, but God damn it.
Love
No, his apartment is.
All of it. All of it. Love definitely. Because at the end of the day, I'm not. If I don't care, then I wouldn't do anything about it.
Word.
Right?
Word.
But I know what he's capable of. I've seen him be capable of it. I know how smart he is. I've watched him fucking take apart a fucking 2080 Ti RTX and put it back together. I understand exactly how fucking smart he is when he wants to be. And it's the exact same problem I had when I was a kid. And what's very funny is that's the exact same reason my OG fucks with me to a degree. Because it's one of the things he sees in me that he had as a kid. Right. So, the same way he yells at me when I do dumbass shit in the studio, I'm going to yell at you. For the exact same reason that I told you the exact same thing he told me. I'm going to make you rich, and you are going to make me richer. But you have to listen. You have to.
Look, from my point of view, I think you're blessed. Because when I started music, this is no offense to my OGs if they listen to this podcast, but like I work harder than them. You feel me? Like I can't get too much advice from my OGs starting out in music. Facts. Because like they're not in it as deep as I'm in it. Like they're not coming to a podcast or a studio every week. They're not making beats every single day. They're not writing melodies every single day. They can't relate to what I'm going through right now because they're not doing that same shit no more.
But the other side of the coin is also they're not connected with the people that are able to put them in positions of success.
Yeah, they're in that. It's like what you were saying earlier with the other kid you were talking about. You feel me? Because like, it's like they've at some point lost faith. You feel me? And I've always believed that if you're gonna do this shit, bro, like. Yeah, you can think about ways to get by for the meantime, but never make a fucking plan B. You feel me? Like
never.
Like there's no plan B for me. You feel me? Like I might be doing something different at the moment, but I'm still doing music at the same time. I'm just now way more busy than I was before, and I'm already a busy guy.
And so like the path might change, but I don't have a plan B.
Word.
Originally, the path I saw was it was music by any means, and I thought it was a rapper. And then it was you have to pivot. It's music by any means, but now I'm an engineer. Word. That's my way in. I still do everything else, and I'm still capable of everything else in the long run at the fullest extent. But is engineering what I get the most joy out of? Let's be real here. You've seen me when I'm fucking writing and recording and making beats.
Yeah.
Do you honestly believe I'm at my happiest and enjoying it the most engineering? Let's be real. No shot, bro. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But I'm way too good at it, and I'm way too much of a commodity when I do it. So fuck the happiness, fuck the joy. I'm driving to Brooklyn, and I'll be there until 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Whether I want to or not. It has no discretion for me. Because it's the sacrifice I'm willing to put in to get it done. I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to engineer. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. I fucking hate it, Ronnie. I hate it. Signing sessions, I have fun. Because I'm not just engineering. But when I'm sitting there fucking... It sucks, bro. Does this suck for you because you're that good at making beats?
No.
Stop. Yes, it does. You know it does. Producing podcasts is boring to you because it's below your mental capacity. Argue with me or not. You know that's true.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do it because you think it's beneath you. Or not necessarily beneath you, but you want to challenge yourself and you strive to challenge yourself. So by doing this podcast, you're not challenging yourself. Right?
Yeah.
That's engineering for me. Welcome to it. It's the same thing. And it's the way of the samurai. Samurais weren't just samurais. They were poets, they were painters, they were chefs. They were everything else. Because when you learn how to paint and you learn how to be a poet and you learn how to write, and all of those extrapolate back into being a samurai. The attention to all the things you can pick up by focusing on doing this job right will make you better at mixing. If you focus on this while you need to focus on this. It's the same shit. Engineering has made me a way better songwriter, and has given me the confidence to understand sound and sound design to produce. And all of that goes right back into being a better engineer. But you can't diversify your attention. When you're locked in on something, you need to be locked in on it. Otherwise, you're not learning anything. You're not actually getting better at it. And don't get me wrong. There's a lot of shit that I got to get way better at when it comes to being in the studio. I have a huge problem, and this is why this podcast is why we started the podcast. Is the exact problem I have. I talk too much, way too much.
Okay.
And I don't have a filter. So I might say some things that people don't fucking want to hear. Right? I mean, you know this more than anybody, because how long have I been telling you shit when we're in the studio that you're like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Well, I mean, I think it goes hand in hand because, like, when I'm also in studio, I pretty much talk too much. See, the thing is, I say what the fuck, but I also need an explanation now,
Yes.
and then now my brain is like
Yes.
coping his brain. So like now I start thinking like him, and we go on like so many different tangents because like I'm not a judgmental person. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you want to take it
It's a
there?
huge
It's
problem.
like cool, we'll take it there. Like, but we can't come back from it. We can only go higher. Like we can only go further.
Well, it's the exact same thing that we were talking about with like shorties and like we become our own distractions in the studio.
Word. We don't need anybody else adding on
Right.
to that. You feel me?
So it's nobody's fucking perfect at it, but as best you can, don't get distracted. When you're doing the thing at hand, focus on the task at hand. Tackle that and then get to the next thing. Worry about the next thing. Brother, I have fucking 5 mixes to do. To finish. I've started them. They're close. I have edits to make and cleanups and whole things I have to fucking do. I have 5 of them. I'm not fucking giving a shit right now. My whole goal right now is to fucking talk. I'm focused on this thing. Because this is something else. And maybe if I bless you.
Bless you, Raji.
Yes, bless you, Raji.
Thank you, Max.
You're welcome. I beat you to it. I did beat you to it.
Fuck you. Yeah, Deli, I appreciate that. And I talk teenage sometimes too. It's all right.
But it's like, you know what I mean? If I get it out now, maybe I don't fucking do it in the studio. So I do it now. So
Maybe.
Maybe. And hard maybe.
Hard maybe.
Hard maybe. I'm like, no, I'm not ignorant to my own faults and things but
Bro, fuck that.
that's why I fucking do them. That's why I call people out on shit. Because I call myself out on them. I'm just consistent on it.
Man.
I don't like incompetence. I fucking hate it. It bothers the shit out of me.
Fucking the other week, I go to your crib after the podcast, and the first thing I do after I eat my chicken tenders and fries is I fall asleep for hours on end, and I wake up and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yep. Motherfucker goes to sleep for 4 hours, bro.
Yo, it happens. It happens. You feel me? Like it
is what it is, bro.
It is what it is, but like I can't make that the new standard. Next time I go like to the studio of any kind, like it's gonna be hot. Like it's gonna be a banger, whatever it is that I do. Like it's not gonna be that because that's not gonna be, you know, the end goal. That's not my end result of me being an artist is me falling asleep when I get there. I've never if I'm being honest, that's happened to me a total of like 3 times in my whole like career of making music. 3 times only. Yeah. You feel me? And like those are like, and the 2 times that it's happened like in a session that I was actually paying for, I was there for like 10 plus hours. I was there for like 12 hours, and I brought a lot of homies with me so they could also record with me because like why else would I be there for 10 hours if I was going to be there solo knowing that I'd be tired after work and shit, you feel me? Right. And so my boys can come and, you know, record with me and shit, do what they got to do too cuz like
and don't get it twisted, like they would toss you a little bit for the sessions like
of course. Like, they put down for it's nothing like that.
You were just the one booking it and dropping deposits.
Yeah, it's like yo, when it comes to like niggas would hit me up and be like, yo, like book a session with Max, bro. We trying to go. I'd be like, there'd be some sessions I would literally just be there as like you said earlier, the middleman, and I'd be like,
literally, you wouldn't even record.
Like literally, no recording. I'm there ordering food,
just nobody else had
having a good time. You feel me? Yeah, at the time, no one
Yeah,
had
at the time,
no one had Max's number but me because like
Y'all motherfuckers, it bothered me at the time. It really did, and I understand why y'all did it, but I hated y'all motherfuckers for that shit. It was you, it was Try, I mean, it was everybody that like was really like one of my regulars. Y'all kept me in the tuck. Y'all didn't tell nobody. I hated y'all motherfuckers for that shit.
Nah.
Speak my goddamn name from the mountaintops, motherfucker.
That's the thing. I didn't keep you on tuck. Everybody was just like at the same. Like,
they were also lazy. They got used to just going through you.
They were not even lazy. It's more so like until they got to know you and actually
that's a good
you feel
point.
me? Like they was
point.
like, oh, I don't know, like maybe he does Raji's like mixes good, but will he do mine good? And
right.
like you know how skeptical these niggas are anyway. You feel me? Like especially if I'm not even gonna lie, especially if I'm saying it, they're like, I don't know, we'll see. Like, and then when I actually come back with a whole bunch of different like outcomes, like, and they're like, oh nah, that's hard. We'll start coming with you because like. First 2-3 sessions, it was literally just me,
right?
Like recording. You feel me? Like, and all my artist friends was just there. The nigga who made the beat,
right?
The niggas who was there when I was writing it, when we was smoking and shit. Like, you feel me? Like all
everybody.
You feel me? The niggas who write their own music, like to the same producers' beats.
Right.
Like, it's like, yo. I don't know what else y'all needed to see. Like I saw enough. Like you feel me? Like I've seen enough. Like you feel me? And you know I've grown as an artist since then. Like you feel me? Like but I think it was like almost inevitable for me as an artist, like growing because of the grind that I was willing to go through. As soon as I found, like I would have hopped around to any studio till I found the sound I wanted. You feel me? And done the same exact thing with that engineer if I didn't find it with Max. You feel me?
No facts.
If I didn't ever meet Max, like I was the money was still getting paid to somebody.
Somebody was getting that bread, bro.
Word, like you feel me? Like and that's
somebody.
Like you know,
and
like,
I had to make sure it was me, like, even though I didn't like engineering.
Yo, I pulled this nigga out of bed multiple times.
Oh my
like
God,
out of the middle
bro.
of the night. I'm like, yo.
Remember the story I told you last night about Uzi's engineer? Yeah. He would do that to me. But I wasn't on the fucking train. I was driving. He would do that shit for years, bro. And like 12 hour, 10 hour, 8 hour, 10, 7, 6, 11, 14. Like he was a nutbag. It was insane, bro. And I like the amount of conversations I had with people were like, "Yo, this shit sucks. This is not fun. Like it's not."
Yeah, like literally, I forced him. He was like, "Yo, we're gonna get some food." I was like, 2 more songs. Like, he's like, "For real?" I was like, "Yo, I know, I'm fucking starving too, but like, we gotta get like this amount done before this time."
I mean,
and like, we were on it. Like, we were like dogs. You feel me? Like, we were like, "Yo,
yes, bro."
Like once he understood that, I was like, "Nah, like I'm serious." He was like, "Oh, all right, fuck it, we're doing this shit."
We're doing this
like,
shit.
You feel
I mean,
me?
he said, and one thing I appreciated always about him is when he met, like, we're doing it. It wasn't like, we're going to think about it and listen to. He was like, no. I'm already in the booth, motherfucker. Put the beat in Pro Tools and hit record.
Like,
literally.
Like you thought you was going to talk me out of getting into the booth before I could get in there?
And it wasn't like bad songs done in a while. It was good songs done pretty fast. So it was like, how am I going to argue with you?
You can't. I get out of the booth in 45 minutes for 2 songs. He's like, "Oh, all right, we're gonna get food now." I'm like, exactly my point.
And then I mix after we eat. It was. I mean, I was working like a goddamn slave in that studio. It was nuts because that was only his sessions. No, this is the crazy part. That was only his sessions. Try was doing the same thing whenever he wasn't doing it.
Word.
The tables have turned around.
Word.
And then I had all the other clients in between on like the 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hour, whatever's. But it was like I had three people, like it was him, Try, and one other person who would get like the longest possible sessions they could.
Word, I'd be like, "Oh, you free at 4? All right, when's the next session?" That's always my second question if I'm actually going to.
Tables have turned.
Look, when I'm going to a studio, I'm paying bread. I'm like, all right, when's the next session that's in the room? Not yours. I'm talking about every engineer that works there, like in that A room. When's the next session? And they're
I like how you specified in the no matter what studio in the A room.
I've never B-roomed. I've never B-roomed. I've never done
My
that.
dog,
You
yo,
feel me?
come on, son.
Yo, like I don't care how famous I am not. You feel me? Like I'm gonna treat myself as if I'm one of the top tier artists until I am that nigga, bro. Fuck what
only
you
the
talking
A-rooms.
about.
Fuck you
Bro.
if you think otherwise.
Bro, look, I saw the B-room. I was like, you know what the B-room is? A big ass distraction. Stripper pole, big ass couches and shit. For 35 people. I've seen parties going on in there. You feel me?
Your first experience in the studio was a party in the B room.
You feel me? I was like, no way, that's where like no, like literally like
I'm not recording in there,
I'm
bro.
not recording in there, bro. Like I wanna be where the niggas who pay the extra like top dollar just to go for 5 extra hours over the limit of how much you can book, you feel me? Like I wanna be where they at and I wanna do what they do, you feel me? I wanna be like, so I grinded harder. I got a night job, and I worked all night, and as soon as I got off at 6 a.m., I was calling this nigga to make sure he was up, because we had a 7:30 a.m. session from when I got off work, and I meant it until 7:30 at night. Like, I meant it.
Yes, bro.
And I would kick niggas out the studio. I didn't care how big your name was. Like, bro, yo, we on YouTube still, so I'm not saying.
Nah, go ahead, tell the story, but no name. Go ahead, tell the story, but no name.
Nah, real shit.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Look, this
is hilarious, bro.
big name artist, you feel me, and a whole bunch of his younger like artists, you feel me. They're in the studio for I think what was it like a 3-day stretch or something like that.
It was 5. They were there like the week.
Yeah, it was like a 5
They were there
day
the week.
Yeah, look, a 5-day stretch. Out of those 5 days, I believe they got into the A room like 2 times. Because of me and my crew, you feel me? And he walks in like all big and bad, like, yo, who the fuck is like blocking me from the A room? And I was like,
he literally flew to fucking Jersey to be with me and book in the studio. And this motherfucker was like, yo, I don't care.
Where he's like,
did he drop? Literally, the question he goes is, did he drop the deposits yet? And I go, I said no. And he goes, boom, 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 cash at me for 3 sessions immediately, bro. He's like, fuck this motherfucker, I'm getting these sessions. I don't care.
So we get down to being face to face, and I'm like, what you want me to do? I was like, you gonna reimburse me for my session and then pay for your session on top of that? Cause I've already paid. So like,
he didn't though. That was the crazy part.
And he was like, nah, I understand. I'm like, all right, bro. Well, respectfully, I need you to be out. You feel me? Like this is not a hangout session. You feel me? We working in here. And the nigga could not do nothing but respect me. Him and his homies had to get the fuck out. I was like, what you want me to do? Like,
and I literally looked at him and I said, like, I told you, bro, like, first come, first serve. Like, I don't lock you in until you use deposits.
My boys was wild. He was like, yo, was that who I think it was? I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah. Just keep moving. Just keep looking forward, but don't look at them. I was like, trust me. I was like, he ain't coming here with no motherfucking no deals, no offers. This nigga's coming here trying to power move, bro. Like some young niggas who's new in the game.
But the reason you did that is because what being in the studio meant to you and how hard you had to work to be able to get there.
Real shit. Like real shit.
Right.
Like,
and the amount of shit you didn't want to do that allotted you that time and freedom to do it. You know what I mean? It's the same shit, brother. The moral of the whole thing, I know you don't want to produce this podcast or any podcast because it's intellectually way too simple for you. You build computers, motherfucker. In your free time, you fix the Square car readers firmware and hardware for me in like 30 minutes. I get it. Trust me. There's nobody that gets it more than I do. Being way too smart for shit is boring. But you want to make money? This is effectively training day. And you're not fucking Dellzel yet, right? Dellzel was training day? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not Dellzel yet, but Dellzel's training you. And if you and yeah, it sucks. But if you get this right, and I can tell Roan and Ski, he's the guy. Whenever you need a podcast done, brother, you understand whose podcast you might be doing? I'll tell you in between, because I'm going to tell you the actual names.
Okay.
But this is the problem, is you need to be doing all of the shit for this podcast first. Because I don't care about, I already told you I'm giving you fucking most of the money. I don't care about the bread.
Look, fuck all that, right? It's like, fuck, if I didn't have work to back up my artistry, I wouldn't get booked. You feel me?
Yes,
Like
bro.
I wouldn't be getting paid for my artistry. This is like a homework page, like a catalog that they can look at and be like, oh,
Yes,
this is
bro.
where he started in a matter of this amount of episodes. This
Yes.
is where he took this podcast. Because we can say whatever we want. We're most likely going to get canceled for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We tried.
Let's also don't
we
get it
tried
twisted.
on
As I
episode 9.
listen back to these, if you think I'm not going to be taking my own advice and like extrapolating shit that I'm telling you to do about this podcast to shit I'm doing in my life or not doing in my life, you're out of your fucking mind.
Word.
You're out of your. I'm going to listen to this and go, wait a minute. I haven't vacuumed in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the nature. Everyone's a little lazy in certain things that they think are remedial for them.
Word.
It happens. I get it. You're better than this. I know you are. That's why I love you. That's why I fuck with you. That's why I bring you to the studio. Because you're way better than this. And I give you the benefit of the doubt because of how young you are. Truly.
Word.
I'm like, I think 8 years younger than my OG. And he was not afforded any luxury backdoor luck opportunity at all. He literally got all of it on his fucking own. Right? I got blessed with how old I was or am when I met him and being in through his network. You're getting the same opportunity I got through him, but way faster. You just got to take full advantage of it.
Word.
And you're young enough where, to your own admission, bitches don't matter. None of that shit matters right now. What matters is how hard you work. That's the only thing that defines you from every single one of the kids your age. Truly.
Real shit though. I mean, look, man. You're cooler than some of my cousins who are older than me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
And that says a lot.
Facts.
You feel me? Because like I'm like, not to brag, but I've got some fucking cool cousins. You know, so I got some cousins who ain't cool, but I've got some really fucking cool
Brother,
cousins.
I didn't know
but,
how
like,
old you were. I thought you were like fucking 21 when we first played Apex. I literally said that to you. I had no idea you were fucking 16. You're way smarter. You're way too intelligent to be called, like, you're not 16 mentally. At all.
Word. If anybody
But you
said,
act
yo,
like you are.
like,
And
yo,
it fucks me up, bro.
real shit.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Real
'Cause I
shit.
did the same
Look.
shit. And I see my little brother, like, it fucking bothers the shit out of me. Because now that, like, I'm in a position where I didn't take full advantage of certain things that were given to me when I was your age or whatever. And I see how hard my life, how much, not hard, but how much harder
You
it
have to
became.
work, or you have to like do shit. Like,
Because I
do the
didn't
shit
take
that you
advantage
didn't.
of shit.
Yeah, yo,
I didn't.
It's true.
Brother, I went from being the number one student in this music school where the fucking professors were Grammy, not even nominated, fucking like 7 times winning. And I didn't take advantage of trying to be their apprentice. I would never be in this room if I actually... Now, I'm grateful for certain things, of course, because I wouldn't be blah, 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 whatever the fuck. But my life was way harder because I was a fucking idiot. I was too smart for my own good. Truly. Don't be me.
Just because you are the smartest in the room doesn't mean that the answers that you come up with
Or the best.
are the best answers
Facts.
or the best ways to handle things. You know, I had to learn that, especially the hard way.
Well, but it's
because,
also
like,
what is the law? What is the one of those law of power? It's like, don't ever be the smartest person in the room, and if you are, don't let it be known.
Don't let it be known. You feel me?
Like,
don't ever,
never, bro,
look,
never.
Because as soon as like, if we're talking like, I hate to say it, but like,
You
if we're
lose the
talking,
element
if
of
we're talking
surprise.
on a big fish, little fish in a small pond, you feel me? As soon as they find out that mentally you're a big fish, that's way more important than physicality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes you way to a higher level because of your mental ability. Like, it's I'm telling you, like, it's in the society that we live in, bro. You're a protected gem. Once people, like, you know what I'm saying, they're either protected gem or you're like voided with envy everywhere you go. So you gotta like keep it low key. Let some people know the people you need to let know, but like for the most part, keep that shit low key. Not everybody needs to know the same knowledge that you know. You feel me?
You know what the biggest sin of a genius is? Him knowing he's a genius. Truly.
Because the fact that you know means that you already have the answers, and like there's no one who can combat those answers.
It leads you into like it leads you into latency, it leads you into complacency, but it also leads you into the fallacy of authority. The what is it? It's something. It's like where you appeal to authority. Yeah, the appeal to authority. Where because you're smarter, you assume your answer is correct because you know you're smarter than everybody in the room. But just because you're intellectually smarter does not necessarily mean your answer is right. So it's like and then so now you combine. I assume I'm always correct, and I assume I'm better than this, so I don't need to do it. That leads you directly into the fucking crossway
of eat nuts.
Of eat nuts. Fuck this shit. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I literally don't care.
Which was hilarious if the scenario was different.
Yes.
And I tried to hold it back.
It is good. It was good. It was good. And you know what's funny is what makes it better is you bring me nuts to eat in ping pongs. You do. And it's a good bit. I enjoy it. It's a good one.
Wait, where the fucking ping pongs at?
Yeah, where are the ping pongs, actually? We actually ate the last 2 packs last week.
I thought you was getting another shipment.
No.
This is what the fuck we're talking about, Ronnie.
So, you know I love you, bro. You do. I know you know. Just don't be a fucking me. Don't be Raji. Don't be an idiot.
Don't fucking be Raji.
Right.
That motherfucker's an idiot. Don't be him.
Everything I'm doing with Catalia is I'm consciously going, what did I do with my ex? We moved in a month. Okay, I'm not moving in with her for a year. Everything's gonna be the fucking opposite. Everything. All right, so what? Right? So it's like that's how you become better at shit. Whatever your natural inclination is, don't do it. So if it's fuck this shit, I don't want to produce this podcast because it's beneath me.
Yo,
do it to the best of your ability to show how beneath you it is.
Word.
Do a way better job than Jamie from fucking Joe Rogan. To show exactly how much smarter than you are than Jamie. Don't not do it because you know you're smarter than him. Do it better than him to show people exactly. It's a better route. It sucks more while you're doing it, but
it does.
Keep hitting the mic with the fucking bottle.
It's funny. Look, let me ask you a serious question. Do you think as an artist I want like 150 to 200 plus songs that I've never released and haven't been able to sell in my phone? No, but I made a good amount of money off the 6 that I have sold. Off the features that I have been on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. I probably, one day when my name gets more out there, I'll probably be able to sell them songs like lightning because people are going to know exactly who the fuck I am.
True.
And they're going to be like, oh, nah, this shit is actually hard as hell.
Yeah.
It's just how life goes, man. But at the same time, I still had to get in the studio and do all that work in order for me to be here.
And this is an industry, the podcast industry, even though it's not necessarily new in the short term, it's new in the long term. And it's not going to go anywhere. So the same way reason I became an engineer was the mentality of how do I become a commodity? How do I become too valuable for people to tell me no? Right? Because that's the answer. You need to be undeniable, right? And if this industry isn't going anywhere, how do you become undeniable? You do the best fucking job possible. It's the only way. It's not mix during this. Even though you need to mix. You do. And you're not going to be good at it right away. I got it. But your beats are really fucking good. And you have the ear for shit. So I know you got it. Apply that same attention to detail how you make your drums to producing this podcast. Seriously. And when you mix the audio for this podcast, apply anything you do there the same way you mix your beats. Way of the samurai, brother. Everything goes back to back.
Find whether your you think appreciation in every aspect of your craft. it'll help you grow as a whole, as an artist in whole.
Facts,
You feel
bro.
me? 'Cause,
Facts,
like,
bro.
I used to take writing songs in less than an hour or less than sometimes 30 minutes and whole entire full song, you feel me? Where niggas is like, nah, we actually don't need all of this. Like, you feel me? Max, how many times you tell me we don't need all of this? And I'd be like, you sure? And it'd be like 5 minutes long.
I remember when
like,
that happened to me. It happened to me with my biggest record.
Word, you feel me? Like,
My When I'm High record with Diamond. When I did that record, right? So I had the beat. And I was always under the impression of I can do whatever the fuck I want. 'Cause I was always just making music out of my basement, bro. So they sent me a beat. How much did I write? Take a guess. How much did I write when they sent me the beat? Be honest. You know.
8 bars?
Really? Really?
you think that's
2?
what he did?
Really?
Okay.
Try the entire fucking beat. And it was a feature with somebody that he had a hook for and a verse. I wrote the entirety of the 4.5 minute beat.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
So I sat there in my mother's basement with him. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. I interrupted you.
It's fine. I just pause a lot.
Pause.
In my mother's basement with him, going over my entire 4.5 minutes, picking out the best 16 bars. Do you know how much that killed me?
Yeah.
It sucked. But that verse is incredible.
See, what's the difference between mine is, like, usually we've, like, written a song already, or, like, one time that actually happened that I released a song with my boy Trace. It was like, what's the name of the song? On Me or whatever.
Yeah, On Me.
And we both had written a song, like, you feel me, to that beat, but it was like we didn't write it together. And, like, he was insistent that it was going to be his beat. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm telling you. I know that you want yours to go, like, your course to go first, but, like, it'll work if I put my course first how I originally said.
Right.
You feel me? This is my session. You
Because
feel
your
me?
chorus became the intro, too. And then it became the pre-chorus on the next one. It was
Yeah,
perfect. The way it all worked was perfect.
It was perfect. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I usually have, like, another part on there where I'm harmonizing through it that, like, Max usually boosts up pretty high, especially on the ending parts of the songs, you know, to give a little variety and shit. You know what I'm saying? Make the listener want to listen all the way through to the whole song to hear that certain part. You know, I started, like, before I knew it, I was honing in on that part of my craft. And I just, like, I would talk to Max, like, kind of like a amateur almost, like, you know, and he's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, he's like, bro, you're doing some shit that no one's, like, almost, like, you're doing shit that people are trying to do, but you're doing it at a
You don't know you're doing it.
Yeah, I didn't know I was
He has a natural vibrato when he sings. You know what a vibrato is? It's like when, yeah, exactly, when it shakes, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He naturally does it. He doesn't know he doesn't mean to. He doesn't try to. He just does it. Whenever he holds a note more than like 3 milliseconds, he starts vibratoing. But he thought it was bad. He always thought it was bad.
Always.
And I told him, I said, it's not bad, but you need to learn to control it. And he said, it's exactly what happened, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy now. My vibrato is nasty.
But then he's like, all right, well, what else do I do? Subconsciously, in certain things, like, what parts of a song do I like that I didn't realize I did? Ooh, let's try that. Ooh, it's like, what's the old Peter Griffin thing? Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of
what
candy.
episode?
Word.
Yeah, ooh, a piece of candy. It's the same thing, like, ooh, I like that melody. Ooh, I like that flow. Ooh, let's combine them. Ooh, I like this beat. What is it all sounding together? It's the exact same thing.
Real
But it's
shit,
like,
though.
and it's like, but it takes that, like, that idea of I'm an amateur. I don't know what I'm doing out of how good you actually are. Because at the end of the day, no matter how good you are, there's always going to be someone better than you, and you could always be better than them if you worked hard enough.
Word.
So it's like, it goes both ways if you give a shit.
Yeah, real shit. Because there's a lot of people who, like, I feel like in my town specifically, you know, they know who they are. Fuck them niggas.
I know who they are too.
Who make music and whatnot. You feel me? And they think that
So
they're
funny.
like the most artistic niggas in the whole fucking world. Yeah, you know exactly who the fuck you are. I'm not gonna say your fucking name, give you any fucking clout. You piece of pussy shit.
No, all
know
right,
what I'm saying?
we're almost at 80 minutes.
I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. You sit there and be quiet for a second, all right? I've got
Let him,
something
let
to
him
say to
preach
these.
this, and then we'll switch
look,
over.
look, I've got something to say to those fucking assholes, all right?
Okay.
I just wanted to prove a point, really,
right.
to all those bitch ass motherfuckers that, y'all are not the most creative people. Y'all don't have to shit on other people's arts to be the best artist in a section of New Jersey.
He's right.
And,
He's right.
if New Jersey were, to stick together a little bit more, we'd probably have a little bit more leverage as a whole to get on. But, niggas hate the niggas.
Pride and creativity gets in the way of everything, bro. Motherfuckers think they're better than everybody else. Nobody wants to sit in the studio and go, you know what? You might be right. Not even you are. The possibility of you being right doesn't exist, these motherfuckers.
Nah, real shit, bro. It just like, you feel me? Like, just from personal experience before I met Max, going to other people's studios and shit, and niggas trying to tell me that my art wasn't good enough, that I need to change it. And I'm like, I hear you, but what type of art are you making? Maybe you just don't understand the type of art that I make, you feel me? Because, like, maybe you can't mix it so it doesn't come out right, or maybe you don't know what to put on my voice to make it sound the way it's supposed to sound, because no one, for the most part, is getting on a microphone and recording any type of song without anything on their voice at all. You feel me?
Exactly
Like,
what happens.
so, like, if you think that, putting an auto correction on my voice because I'm trying to sing, but you don't think that I can sing just because you don't know how to mix it, doesn't mean that I can't sing or that you're a horrible engineer. It just means that you need to open up your mind a little bit to be a little bit more, because, like, opportunities have always been there for everybody. It's just like, who's taking them? Who's actually grabbing them? You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, how open is your mind to the ability to combine the tools in your tool belt?
Word. Or
Is it
even
the way you
expand
mix
your
it-
fucking tool belt.
Right,
You feel
exact-
me? Just
right,
because
exactly,
you have what
bro.
you have doesn't mean
Exactly.
that that's going to be what puts you on,
Well, it's
bro.
like, how long have I told you, like, I listen to shit in the future when I'm in the studio. I'm not listening to it as what it is now.
Word.
I'm listening to it as what it's going to be when I'm done mixing it. So I can match the idea to the sound. But if I don't know how to automate reverb and do X, blah, 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 I can't mix and match these ideas to figure out what the future is. The possibilities of what... Remember that conversation we had about the possibilities? I'm not going to mention why, just possibilities, right? You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. We can talk about it in between because you'll get a giggle out of this.
Giggly goo.
Giggly goo.
Giggly goo.
The amount of possibilities you have open to you in terms of how you mix, how you do anything in life is directly determined by the multiplication factor. Right? You understand this. It's 2 times 2 is what? Times 2 is what? Times 2 is 2. If the more multiplication you have on that, the more possibility. This is that. All of it is that. Treat everything when you're doing it, completely be in the moment, focused 110%. That's why we get drunk. It's truly why. That's why we get fucked up on this podcast.
Word, bro. This is like truly like me going to the bar on a Friday, except it's Tuesday. Tuesday is my Friday, you feel me? Because it's like literally my therapy session. We talk about all the shit that happened through the weekend. You feel me? We're having a lot of fun. And the people that are watching, from what I hear, because
It's also
most
a lot of
them are
work, though,
close
because I've been
friends.
going through my week trying to figure out what to talk, marking down, like, ooh, I like this topic, like the Baron von Steupen thing. I was just listening to a documentary, and they were talking about how this fucking dude was a rapist, and I thought it was hilarious. So I was like, all right, let me dig deeper into Baron von Steupen a little bit.
Word.
And I brought it, it's like, it's not like just coming here to fuck around.
Word, bro, like, think about it. That coin story I told you, that shit happened, like, literally the day after we were together. That happened, like, Wednesday or Thursday last week, you feel me?
Remember
I literally,
that.
I kept that shit in my mind till the perfect time on the cast. I could be like, yo, random side note, like, you feel me? I got totally scammed by IG.
It's
like,
easier than hard work, but it's hard work.
Word. It's like, it goes to it speaks volumes to how serious we're trying to take these Tuesdays that we're here, you feel me?
And we need you to match that level of seriousness. We really enjoy doing this.
And at the same time, we're all a team. That's why I said what I said a few weeks ago. We need to do more stuff to bond as a team because we're, you know what I'm saying, we're doing all this shit together. You feel me? You're a part of, you're not on camera for the YouTube, but like, we don't care.
Page, bro?
For the page, you're
the superstar.
You're definitely the superstar.
The page is 100% for you, bro. Like, it's all it's for.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So we just need you to
not monetarily 100%, but you understand what I'm saying. We'll get to numbers and contract. Well, he knows. We've talked about that.
Maybe.
But I don't want any fucking lawyers to fucking... Because I know him. He'll fucking... 100%. He said it. I'm going to out-Jew the Jew.
I will.
All right, mute that and cut it. That's too bad. We're 20 hour and 24.
Yeah.
It's not bad coming from you, though.
That's true. I am Jew. And Jewish.
I didn't say it.
Mute that and cut the Jew or whatever he said.
Yeah, cut Jews.
All right.
Cut them.
Now it's time to cut the black guy.
I love Jews. I am a Jew. Everyone knows. I do. They are the best.
Hey, man.
Maybe not the best, but I don't think anyone's the best.
Thanks.
But we're all awesome.
Saying that.
We're all awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we're all awesome. Except, I'm just kidding.
Hit the button.